Gaming, here to present you guys a quick look at the patch notes for the 3.0 patch for League of Legends, I guess you can say. I'm just going to cover some of the biggest things. I'll put a link in the description down below this video for you guys. But some of the biggest things. They now made the ranked system just like the ranked system in StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty, and Brood War, obviously. Or not Brood War, well, StarCraft 2 pretty much. Which means it's set up into different ranks and divisions in those ranks. So you got, your bronze, silver, gold, stuff like that, and then in those, it's in different divisions. So 100th bronze division, 100th silver division, stuff like that. So that way, you're not playing against people that are just going to steamroll you. You're playing against people of the same skill level, maybe just slightly higher, so that way you can get better. And what happens is when you're at the top of your division, to progress to the next division, you have to do a best of 3. And then to progress from, say, highest in your division of bronze, say, first bronze division, you're all the way up at the top, and to go to the very, very bottom silver, you have to do best of 5 and obviously win your matches. Other than that, it's, pretty straightforward. There's no more ELO, but there is a hidden MMR, which obviously is, matchmaking rating. I believe that's what it stands for. Yeah, matchmaking ratings. That's pretty much the biggest thing. Other news, they nerfed AD and AP Ezreal slightly. Ezreal's ultimate now has a fall off of 10% versus 8% per hit. So it goes 10, 20, 30, 40 versus 8, 16, 24, 32, so on and so forth. They reduced Cho'Gath's silence from 3 seconds at max level to 2.5. Diana's orbs now have a smaller model size, so that way it's, it's taken to account for the enemy's model size. So that way a Cho'Gath who's kind of far away won't go ahead and pop them, just because they're kind of still floating around Diana. Heimerdinger now is better when he's trying to harass, because his turrets will prioritize whatever he hit last with his auto attack or with his concussion grenade, if his concussion grenade didn't kill it. And his ultimate now no longer has a cast time. Katarina, her Shumpo, the effectiveness has been reduced by 1.5 seconds to 1.5 seconds versus 3 seconds of damage reduction. They increased her AP scaling with her ultimate from 1.75 to 2.0. And they slightly nerfed her Bouncing Blade. Not too much of a nerf on the Bouncing Blade, but kind of big deal about the Shumpo and Death Lotus. Biggest thing right here, Master Yi, Meditate. The total amount healed is increased to 200, 350, 500, 650, 800 from 140, 280, 420, 560, and 700. So that means it heals for more just in general. And they also nerfed his AP ratio on that from 4.0 to 2.0, so that way AP just won't completely go bonkers and tank everything under the sun and not take any damage whatsoever. And they also reduced the mana cost at earlier levels from 70, 80, 90, 100 to 110 to 50, 65, 80, 95, 110. So earlier levels it costs more, at the max level it costs the same. And this is something they changed with Nasus, Sion, and Veigar. Nasus gains 6 extra damage on his siphoning, 6 permanent damage on his siphoning strike when he kills, as it says here, enemy champions, cannon minions, the giant wolf, or even Baron Nashor, meaning objectives, he gets 6 if he, kills the minion or the thing with his siphoning strike. He gets 6 for killing the minion, 6 for killing the cannon minion, 6 for killing the big red wolf, the big golem that gives you the blue buff, the elder lizard, and the golem either down at the bottom or down at the top, depending on what lane you're in, or what side you're on, rather. And it just makes it a little more better for scaling late game. For Veigar, it's 2-to-1 ratio on his Baleful Strike, and 6... it's 2 for Baleful Strike on the same thing like Nasus, and 6 for Scion with his health, like the same thing with Nasus. So it's 6 for large minions and stuff like that, versus the 3 for smaller minions and whatnot. Another big change right here, Olaf. His undertow slow now fades over the duration of undertow versus just as soon as undertow's gone, the slow's gone. Which makes it better for, well, makes it fairer for people trying to run away from Olaf, so that way they kind of still have a fighting chance to get away. Ragnarok no longer grants him the passive armor penetration. Instead, he has to pop Ragnarok to get said armor penetration. And Vicious Strikes, the cooldown has been increased by 4 seconds from 12 to 16. It's to help negate the health stacking by a lot of players now. Because a lot of people go straight for the Warmugs, maybe get 1 or 2 Warmugs, and almost be unkillable because they just have so much health. What else? Vi, they fixed some of her bugs, they fixed some of her bugs. Her excessive force no longer procs multiple times when she is, targeting, say, somebody like Poppy, who has her ultimate on somebody who, that's not Vi or V, and it won't pop more than it should when she gets blinded by Teemo. They also fixed a bug where improved recoil would refund Vault Breaker's cooldown and mana, so she can pop Vault Breaker multiple times if improved recoil, if the bug happened. And Vault Breaker, the area of effect has been fixed, like the bug for it has been fixed, because before the area of effect for Vault Breaker was inconsistent at the end of its dash. So they fixed bugs. That's the biggest thing. And also they I'm just saying this because I love Tristana. They reduced the amount of cost of rapid fire from 80 to 50. I love that. And they also increased damage from explosive shot to, from at the later levels, it now gives 270 at max level from 230. So an overall 40 damage increase. I love that. Other than that, I'll leave a link in the description down below this video for you guys, so you can go ahead and check it out, see all the other stuff that happened. Other than that, I hope to see you guys on the battlefield.